Professor Gary's equipment. Something popping around.
Right, here's the reveal. Ooh. Uh-oh. The tidy up begins. Dev's here cleaning the boat. Flush the engines out because they're still full of salt water. So we've got a tub of fresh water here, and we'll pump in, connect that to the intakes, and then run them up. And then we've got Jace here going through, looking for cracks, measuring them, marking them, and recording them. Wait for the police to go before we start the engines, make loads of noise. Yeah.
Okay, fire in the hole. I knew we had a slight misfire on this engine when I was cranking it, because I could hear, I could just tell when you crank it over, I know when it doesn't sound right. So we've just done a little run up on it to flush it through, and I can hear a little noise in there, and then using Professor Gary's equipment, we got something popping around in the starboard engine, starboard side valve gear. So whether we've popped a valve spring or a push rod or something, but there's something going on in there. Not catastrophic, but obviously it wouldn't have lasted much longer, I wouldn't have thought, which is not surprising. But anyway, so we've got a bit of work to do on that engine again. I'm just going to try this one now, see where we're at. On, there we go. Right,
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah, man.
So ignition on this engine. Right, water, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
You're sounding pretty.
Right, let's get some food.
Alright, this is James getting the boat back into its standard service position. I'm going to pull this starboard aft engine because there's an issue with the valve gear, so I'm going to pull it apart a bit and try and fix it. As you can see, it's quite a mess in here. It's fairly straightforward, but it does just take a lot of time and effort to get all the different bolts out of the connections, all the wires off. We've got James down in here trying to get some of the electronics done. He managed to, for a large man, he's managed to squeeze himself in, and whether he can get back out is we'll have to see. And then you've got Jason up here doing the buoyancy, removing the buoyancy bags, and then he's going to do some inspection on the hull just to see if there's any cracks or anything. So we've noticed quite a few. For example, like we've got one up here that's appeared since the last race. But as you can see, there's a lot going on. We've got a lot of work to do for 3 weeks. Propellers.
Not looking quite like we'd like them. They've both had a little nibble at each other, despite being, I said, 50 mil apart when they're on the drives.
Yeah.
They've come together. So we've had to have a look at the drives and see why we're getting some movement, and then work out how we're going to engineer that out.
It can be repaired, and obviously we'll crack test again to see if there's any further damage, and then we'll go into why we think and how we're going to stop this happening again.
The whole drive, the pair of drives is separated with the tie bar, which goes in here, but the tie bar mounting on here has got some cracking going on, so that's coming out of line. So under power, these are forcing in, and then they've touched. So we're going to need to re-engineer the way this is done and use some mechanical advantage to try and stop that happening. Sort of trying to design something up to do that today, get that happening, drain the drives out, get the watery oil out.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that was leaking,
Yeah, so they're both leaking a little bit. Boat was sat in the water for like 4 days. Yeah, not too much of a problem. A few other little things going on here which we're always watching for trouble in this area. There's so much vibration going on back here. Try and fall apart and break all the time, but anyway, we're on top of that, looking at that. So it's,
we noticed that possibly the ram's cylinder's moving, isn't it?
Yeah, so something's moved there. It's either the telltale
should
for
be
the
like this one,
indicator,
shouldn't
or the ram's rotated.
Yeah.
Either or. It's not uncommon with this setup. We've had stuff trying to undo itself before. So I've just been checking over everything on there.
Yeah.
And I'll mock something up today.
Yeah.
And then we'll get something machined up this week for the next job.
All right. Watch as a supercharger gets dropped from 10 feet.
Oh my god. I think it's one of those speed up sections.
There you go, look. You used it when you put the tooth through.
All right, here's the reveal. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's not good, is it?
Oh. There's one thing broken.
Yeah.
So we've snapped these bolts, haven't we? And we've then lost, that's completely sheared. Yeah, it has, isn't it? We sheared that. Where's the rest of it? Oh, there it is. There it is, down in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. At least it's all there.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's whether
hell.
the other bits though, so are we missing a cap off this valve?
No.
Then
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. And we're also missing a couple of bolt heads.
All right, let's go fishing with the magnet.
Hopefully on, no.
All right. There's Might mean that we don't have to pull a sump if we find everything.
I mean, does it just gone? No, they don't have caps.
Okay, so we're only missing one bolt at the
Have a
minute.
look.
That's a bolt, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's it.
No.
That is it.
Careful, careful. All right,
James.
nice one.
So,
That's everything, isn't it?
well, there's a push rod.
Not any.
There's a really bent push rod.
bent.
Did say bent push rod? Well, we'll do when you leave a load of bits bouncing around in there. That does that. To
They've just come loose and snapped.
No,
Or
snapped
they
them
just
right
snapped.
off. So why is it snapped off? Is it because a piece of that went in there?
Yeah,
I mean,
could
that
be,
broke
yeah.
first, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's just shattered, yeah?
Okay.
And then what you'll find
Come along,
is
took that one out.
something will happen somewhere and then it'll fucking jam in. You know, because obviously this bit was floating around here, wasn't it? Yeah?
Do you have to cut our switch?
We'll leave Gary to have a think about what the next step is. Please like and subscribe to be notified of the next episode.